Miss Maccord says her fiance cheated while she was pregnant and cheated during their engagement. Now she's ready to find out what else he's been up to. Today on Divorce Court.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding.
Hello, everyone. You may be seated.
Your Honor, the case of Maccord v. Norwood.
Thank you. Ms. Maccord and Mr. Norwood, welcome to Divorce Court. Thank you very much for being here and trusting us with your relationship. And welcome to Divorce Court to everyone gathered in the courtroom today. We are here talking to Ms. Maccord and Mr. Norwood about their relationship of 5 years. They've been engaged for a year and a half, and they share twins together. Plus, the plaintiff has 3 other children that the defendant has taken on the role of father figure with. We are here to determine whether or not this relationship can last the test of time. Our plaintiff has brought a witness today who we will have an opportunity to chat with a little later. But we're going to start with you, Ms. Maccord. Why are we in court today?
I love Johnathan with all my heart. We've been together for 5 years, but he cheated on me twice in our relationship with 2 different people. Also, he's wished death on me. And if change doesn't happen, today he can have his ring back.
So you want some actual action, not just words?
Yes, that's a big problem for me. I feel like Johnathan doesn't take accountability of anything.
Let's start with Mr. Norwood to find out if he thinks that you're being fair in your assessment of your relationship. Mr. Norwood?
I'm here because I love Fidelia. I love our kids. I love our family. I've done wrong things in the past, and I hope that me being here today will be the right footsteps in showing her that my family and her is all I want.
Okay, so we'll see if Ms. Maccord is going to get the answers to the questions that she has about your fidelity. Take me back, Ms. Maccord. You met the defendant when you all were children. Take me back to that time and then what got us here.
We met at church. He was 13, I was 17. We was together for 2 years. His mom ended up moving to Connecticut, so we lost contact. So then his brother reached out to me on social media and said, Johnathan, wants to speak to me, wants to, rekindle things, talk, friendship. So we exchanged numbers, and I felt like he was perfect at that moment. He was saying the right things, and our next step in our relationship was us having babies.
And you give birth to twins, because you have 2 sets of twins, don't you?
I do.
And a middle boy.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a lot of children here between what you all have created and what was yours, mine, and ours. Am I right?
Absolutely, I agree.
Okay, Mr. Norwood, it sounds like you were trying to come in there and step up and be a real father.
Yes, that's what I come from, Your Honor. My mom and dad was married for 35 years plus, so I'm cut from that cloth, not running when stuff gets tough. So I just felt like, and I still feel like, she was the missing piece to complete me. So.
What a nice thing to say.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
But Ms. Maccord, how'd it go so wrong?
He cheated, and then you cheating while I'm pregnant. That's the most vulnerable time of a female's life.
How did you find out that he cheated when you were pregnant?
So he left his phone open. Well, actually, he fell asleep.
Dumb, and dumb.
Fell asleep, and it was still open and unlocked. And
of course, you know what that means. Inspector Gadget about to go through it.
So I was looking through it, and I seen that he just happened to be talking to his ex-girlfriend. And it broke my heart, because prior to us getting together, me and her was friends, and he told me everything about her, as well as them still loving each other. So I told him, finish that, handle that, go back with her, don't go back with her, but leave me out of the mix-up until you figure it out with her.
What an amazingly mature thing to say. You were very clear on, listen, I can't tell you who to love, but I can tell you what you're not going to do is play with my heart until you have resigned yourself to it, right?
Absolutely.
And you were clear with that, Mr. Norwood.
Yes, ma'am.
And guess what?
And then he cheated. Not once, but twice.
So with this same ex?
No, it's 2 different females.
Oh, Lord, let's start with the first person.
So the first one is the ex-girlfriend that he was with for about 7 years. Long story short, I decided to go through that phone and seeing how he was calling her bae, saying I love you. He was worried about her whereabouts. Went in my car one day, I happened to see cigarette butts. Who's smoking cigarette butts? We not smoking cigarette butts. He denied it. So, it irritated me, but I'm pregnant, so I'm trying not to be so, on 10 with it. So I relaxed. I still stay with him because I love him to death.
And Mr. Norwood, Ms. Maccord found a way to get through that infidelity while she was pregnant. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did she say she forgave you?
Yes.
Did you go back with that lady at all?
No, well, Your Honor, my ex, I used to work for her. She had a nursing company, so I was doing a lot more than I should have, calling her bae and caring about her whereabouts and everything like that. But for me, honestly, it was just me trying to get my money.
You were maintaining the relationship so that the bag didn't stop.
Absolutely.
Let's just be honest, okay?
That was the just behind it, and I can't take it back. And every day, they say you do the crime, you do the time. I'm doing the time.
When you're in a loving relationship, you make a promise to somebody.
Right.
And if you break that promise through infidelity, a lot of couples can get through it. They vow not to let it happen again, but they never forget how it makes them feel.
Right.
So if, in fact, something else happens that puts that same tingle in their stomach, that's why it's gonna get brought up again. Something tells me it got brought up again.
It sure did, because my intuition again told me to look through that phone. And when I went through that phone, I was taken back because the person happens to be a best friend of his sister's. And before all of that, I befriended this person. It's like me and you right now having a conversation, and then you're doing weird things like having oral sex with my man.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. So some sneaky little chick became a part of your friendship circle?
That's his sister's friend. And at that moment, we were kind of sort of all like living together. And every time she was around, I felt some like weirdness. And I used to ask him like, why don't I like this girl? Like, what's wrong? Why do I don't even know the girl? But okay, I was okay with that until he started saying that, you know, he missed her lips on his penis. That threw me.
You saw that in a text
message?
message?
Yes, ma'am. I was violated, disrespected. You had a whole person that I trusted because that's your sister family or friend, and the whole time, that was going on behind my back.
Okay, tag you're it, Mr. Norwood. That's not just messing up. That's a violation.
You're right, Your Honor. It was the biggest mistake that I've made to date in my life, and if I can take it back, I would. Like,
But you couldn't take it back any more than you could re-zip your pants and put it back in. Absolutely not.
Your
because
Honor.
the violation was of the home situation also. Because now you done made her feel like she can't even trust women that are around her.
Right.
So now she can't have the same interaction with other women that she would have normally had.
That literally is my life.
Baby, I'm sorry. I really am. Like, you know I love you to death.
No, I
Literally
love you
to
too.
death. And
but I just feel like your accountability is not there for us to continue moving forward. That's all.
You brought a witness today, Miss Maccord.
Yeah, it's my little sister.
He told her that don't make me choose between you and dogs. His ex-girlfriend dog at that.
That's just mean-spirited. You brought a witness today, Miss Maccord, and that happens to be one of your family members.
Yeah, it's my little sister, who was
So-
also there when he wished death on me.
What happened with this wishing of death?
We were having a disagreement, as usual, but it was something over a phone, which was so petty. It was literally about a cell phone and who was going to get rid of the phones out of the two of us, right? So I put on my big girl pants and I said, you know what, I'll get rid of my phone, it's fine. He got upset because he felt like I needed my phone more than he needed his phone. So long story short, him and I had an argument, he was still angry, walking up the stairs, cursing me out, and he was like, F you, I hope you die, I hope literally when you get in this car, get on the highway, I hope you die, get hit by a truck. And Johnathan knows my biggest fear in life is driving and dying. Crazy part about that whole situation, the very next day, my sister lost her boyfriend. I felt like God was trying to teach him a lesson, or maybe me a lesson, like life's too short. Yes, I know he loves me, but this is so hard, like it's so hard.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you lost somebody that you love. Oh, my word.
Thank you.
Mr. Norwood, I know I don't even need to take you to task on that. I bet you cannot regret more those words that came out of your mouth.
I'm sorry that I said it. I've said I'm sorry thousands of times, and I know that's not going to undo what I
He never
said
told
or
me sorry.
undo.
Like, he never really took accountability for that situation. We literally arguing, we just hop over things. And I'm so used to that, it's like, we could argue right now, and then give us like 10 minutes, go take a cigarette break or something, and we'll be right back. It's normal for me.
Mr. Norwood, why is that the way you all deal with each other?
Babe, I'm sorry for wishing death on you. I'm sorry. I love you. I shouldn't have said it, and sorry is not going to undo it.
I know you love me. You just got a hard way of showing me.
That is, I just have to tell you, Mr. Norwood, the way one shows that they're sorry is to make tremendous improvements. What do the young people say? You can show me better than you can tell me? Hello. I'd like to hear from our witness to join us, please. Latea McNeil, would you join your sister at the plaintiff's table? I'm impressed that you came to stand next to your sister. I'd love to know what your assessment of the relationship is.
Just them being toxic. Like, when we got here, they're arguing. Like, how you get here arguing? Like, be professional, in my opinion. It's times.
You mean on the way to divorce court?
Yes. Like, it was one time, it's a long time ago. He told her that, don't make me choose between you and dogs. His ex-girlfriend dogs at that.
That's just mean-spirited.
Your Honor, we had dogs together that we paid for together, but I put the bulk of the money, so I wasn't trying to take a loss. Once I seen in discomfort and just the whole situation, I felt like deal with it or fight for it for what? It was, I don't want to lose her behind animals, and that's not saying in any way towards animals, but she's the most important thing in my life, so
Do you say those kinds of words when you're not in divorce court? Do you say, I don't want to lose you. You're the most important thing in my life. Let's see if we can come to common ground. Do y'all have those kind of conversations?
We do, Your Honor, but it's like she said, it's like we always seem to have these kind of conversations. We don't regularly, day to day, just come in there and say, hey, I love you, I appreciate you.
Maybe that's what you need to do. Start somewhere.
We asked Mr. Norwood, while your fiance was pregnant, did you have any sexual contact with your ex-girlfriend? What was Mr. Norwood's answer?
Mr. Norwood answered no.
What did the test results indicate?
Polygraph examination revealed
I don't have a manual on what you should do. He always tell me to tell him what he should do to help or fix me. How does that work?
Tell me, Your Honor, and I feel like I keep doing the same thing, and maybe in her head, she's already waved the white flag. So I feel like a lot of stuff just be in vain. Everything I do, I feel like it's never enough, no matter what it is.
I think probably what is happening, sir, is although somebody said, I don't have a manual on how to fix things, I actually do have a manual on how to fix things. Yeah, it's called family counseling. That's it. It's called family counseling. It's called grief counseling, so that you all can actually deal with the fact that somebody close to you died tragically after this whole wishing death upon somebody. If it's important to you, you will get some outside help so you can fix it. And I think it all starts with truth and honesty. So is that the reason why you asked for the defendant to submit to a polygraph examination?
Yeah, because Johnathan's so quiet. Like, I only really hear too much from him when he's agitated or we're arguing, but he's naturally a quiet person. So it's like, okay, let's try to switch it a little bit. Yeah, maybe it's about that time that we take a different step. And I need a lie detector test because you verbally telling me one thing, and then I will look through your phone to see a whole nother thing.
Again, you can show me better than you can tell me.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Norwood, you say that although you've made mistakes in the past, you have made a conscious effort to correct those mistakes, and you are not making the same mistakes. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I know you submitted to a polygraph examination willingly, correct?
Yes.
Why is that?
Just to prove to Fidelia that she's all I ever wanted and want going forward. I mean, whatever she need me to do to keep my family together, I'm willing to do it.
Well, the first thing is going to start with whether or not you've been truthful.
And I hope he is.
Let's ask the polygraph examiner to join us, Corey.
Sure thing.
You can be seated. Thank you so very much for your insight.
Good day, Your Honor.
Good day, Mr. Yarbrough. Please state your name and your credentials for the record.
Certainly. My name is John Yarbrough. I'm a certified polygraph examiner and a member of the American Polygraph Association. I've done hundreds of polygraphs for numerous law enforcement agencies, as well as professional and private polygraphs.
And I have found you qualified to provide services to this court, as you have done so on numerous occasions. Mr. Yarborough, I asked you to administer a polygraph examination to Mr. Norwood, and he willingly submitted. Am I correct?
That is correct.
I asked you to put 2 questions to Mr. Norwood. We asked Mr. Norwood, while your fiance was pregnant, did you have any sexual contact with your ex-girlfriend?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Mr. Norwood's answer?
Mr. Norwood answered no.
What did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination revealed there was no deception indicated to that question.
Mr. Norwood told you the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
The second question was, during your relationship with Ms. Maccord, have you had sexual contact with anyone that she is unaware of, acknowledging the fact that they have discussed those infidelities in the past?
That is correct, Your Honor.
What was Mr. Norwood's answer?
Mr. Norwood answered no.
And what did the test results indicate?
The polygraph examination indicated he was being truthful to that question as well.
Ms. Maccord, do you have something you want to say to Mr. Norwood?
That I love him, and I'm so happy that the test is not gonna make things worse than it already is. That we could fix us from here on out. Or I could at least try, you know?
I love you too.
Thank you, Mr. Yarborough. We appreciate your services.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can I have a hug? I love you too.
Ms. Maccord, Mr. Norwood, one of the things that I'm impressed with, one, I'm so glad that you passed the examination.
Me too.
Because you can start off on an even playing field when it comes to fidelity and trust as it relates to that. But what I'm even more impressed with was after those results, you looked at me and said, now we can start to fix the other things. Because there's clearly some other things. Fidelity was one issue. I'm glad that that is in the past. But what's in the present is you all lack communication skills in order to conflict resolve without going from 0 to 10.
Right.
Or in your case, 0 to 100. And so the court wants you to work through this, but I guarantee you, you're gonna need some help. That manual we talked about?
Yes.
The court would like to order family counseling.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you.
Would you be willing to accept family counseling, Mr. Norwood?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Would you be willing, Ms. McCord?
Of course.
I'm gonna need you all to go to your mutual corners and then come out and sit and listen to each other for the first time without escalating, and to listen to what the other person has to say. I think you can make it, but you can only make it if the two of you work together.
Absolutely.
There are children that are involved in this. That's what I care the most about. But the toxic environment that everybody in your life sees has to stop.
I agree.
That's my verdict.